I've seen some influencers, people on YouTube and on multiple social media, and when you look at their life, they seem to have everything, but they are arrogant as you can imagine. They are super arrogant. Most people call them either narcissist or self-centered. But despite all these challenges, despite people calling them names and they looking like they're narcissists, they seem to get everything they want in life. They seem to get all the money, all the girls or all the boys, whatever, the big house, the big boat, the big trips. They get everything. They are famous. You might have seen a couple of these people on YouTube or on Instagram who are very self-centered, very narcissistic, and it seems like they only care about themselves, or they're very blunt, or they're very direct, and they seem to get all the success. And we wonder why this person who is so mean, who is so self-centered, very narcissistic, looks like they're very narcissistic, looks like they're very selfish, seem to have everything. How is that possible? It flies in the face of all the teachings I've learned from my childhood. My teacher teaching me how to be kind and nice, and that will get you things you want. I'm not getting those things. Or my religious figures telling me these things, you do good and you get good, but these guys don't seem to be doing any good. Or this guy or gal doesn't seem to be doing that much of a good, but they're getting millions of dollars, they're making tons of money. How is that possible? How can that happen? And it really baffled me, and I went to some really big spiritual gurus. You might have seen those gurus on YouTube. They have big following, millions of following. I went to them and I personally asked them this question: how and why does this happen? Can you please explain? Most of them did not have any good answers. But in this video, from my own research and from my own hard work, effort, I was able to break it down why these people get all the success they want, and how you can replicate that too without being a narcissist, without being a selfish person. How you can do that and really create the life of your dreams. You can have the perfect health, the dream partner, or the big house, the big money, the big cars, whatever you desire, with the power of your imagination. My name is Rohit, and I've been studying about manifesting for years now, and my goal with this channel is to simplify manifesting so anyone can manifest their perfect health, their dream partner, their big house, whatever they desire, with the power of their imagination. So this is a common theme. You might have seen people like that on YouTube, on Instagram, and they seem to be just, they only care about themselves, or maybe a couple of people in their life, and they seem very narcissistic, and they seem very self-centered, or they seem like they feel like the whole world revolves around me, or they seem like they are like God or above everyone, but despite that they get all the results. Right. So let's go back to the fundamentals of manifesting. I always say let's go back to the fundamentals, and as Robin Sharma says, I love his quote that consistency on fundamental leads to mastery. Consistency on fundamentals leads to mastery. So what is the consistency on fundamentals? First, there are few fundamentals to manifesting. One is your assumptions. Okay. Second is your imagination. What are you imagining? How are you living at the end? And number three is you're not really reacting. And in all these three areas, they are excelling. They have great assumptions about themselves. Maybe they think, money comes to them easily, effortlessly. They think they are the boss or the G, whatever they want to call themselves, and they get all the money, or they are the hero. They look themselves as the hero in a movie, or a heroine in a movie, in a TV show, or in a whatever context they are at. And they have all these supportive assumptions, like money comes to me easily, people love and like me wherever I go, I get VIP treatment wherever I go, I'm the boss, I'm the king, I'm the hero, or I'm the queen. And they have these kind of very supportive assumptions, and which really lead them to success in the financial, in their personal lives, because all these assumptions are really positive and really great. And a lot of us would look at those assumptions and think, okay, these assumptions are a bit delusional. They do not seem to be realistic at all. Like telling yourself, I am the king, I'm the queen, I deserve the best in the world, I'm the best, one of the best in the world. It really baffles me. Like if I look at that and I would be like, what is this person talking about? Like how can they have this kind of beliefs or these assumptions within them? But they do. They really do. If you really look at the way they speak, they talk, the interviews or the podcasts or YouTube or Instagram quotes or whatever, you will see they have these very supportive assumptions. And despite so much hate they get, and in their reality they don't really actually get any hate. In their reality, hate never comes to them, but we see it. We see, despite all this hate they get, despite all these dislikes they get, they have huge followings. They have millions of dollars. They have beautiful partners. They travel all over the world. They have the money in the car because they have very solid, positive, supportive assumptions. So think about what kind of assumptions you have, and I really want you to look at it. When you look at a really rich person, somebody who's driving a Ferrari, what's the thought that comes to your mind? What is the assumption you have? Right? A lot of people have this assumption, oh, that person got lucky. Oh, that person, he's rich, but they can never have peace. Or it comes to their mind is like, oh, that person is rich, but they must have done something illegal. Or some weird thoughts come to our minds, right? Assumptions. I really want you to sit there. When you really see a supercar, when you really see a celebrity or someone like that on YouTube or Instagram, what are the thoughts which are coming to your mind? Really dive deep into that, sit with that, and it will tell you the kind of negative assumptions you have. Okay, so the first part is assumptions. Second part, I know some of these people who are like that, they visualize themselves every morning being successful. If not every morning, during the day when they're walking or they're driving in their car in their super expensive, Bugatti or Lamborghini, whatever car they have, they're driving in it, or somebody else is driving them, or they go to 5-star restaurants or somewhere else, and they think, they're imagining making more money. They're imagining having more wealth. Or some of them actually do imagination, like visualization exercise every morning. I personally know one of them like that. They do this visualization every morning, that they have a great team, they make a lot of money, they have a huge influence, people love them, people take care of them, they have a fantastic life, they're driving these fast cars, they have a lot of money, and they have success in relationships. And they visualize these things in their mind's eye. Really visualize it, right? And really look, and they really look into that. Right? Really visualize it. Really stay at the end. They really stay at the end. So when these things are happening and they're really staying at the end, do you think, are there any conflicting beliefs? No. First of all, their assumptions are taken care of. Second of all, they are visualizing and they're living in the end. And when they are living in the end, they don't have any doubts about it. They have completely suspended judgment. Actually, in the reality, they don't even need to suspend judgment. It is so natural and obvious to them. It's like, I'm gonna make millions of dollars. I'm gonna be on this jet. I'm gonna be on this yacht. I'm gonna be in this festival, on this talk, or in this show. They have no doubts. There's no element of conflict. There's no suspending of any judgment, because in their reality, it just comes to them. Okay, and then finally, there are no reactions. If something negative happens in their life, if they go to a restaurant, somebody's rude to them, this is what I've seen some of them do. They will take out a couple of $100, give it to the waiter, and say, have a good day, mate. Literally, I've seen them do that, right? A waiter is being rude to them, not being nice to them, doing whatever, and they tip that person $200. And they're like, oh, it's not a big deal. Maybe he's just having a bad day, so I thought about helping him out. What a powerful supportive belief. Do you think they're reacting to these negative things coming at them? It doesn't even bother them. And for a lot of them, it doesn't even register in their reality. For us, would be like, that person was kind of rude to you. Why did you give them? I think he was just having a bad day. What a powerful reframe. What a powerful way of looking at the world. They rarely ever react. And even if they react, they get over it very quickly. Like, okay, someone's rude to me, doesn't matter. I have hundreds of things to do. I focus on my goals, focus on my mission, wherever I want to go. And that takes them there. And it baffled me for the longest time when I was young. My teachers, my parents, religious figures, all people told me, be nice, be kind, be supportive, and you will get things in your life. Honestly, it wasn't working. A lot of people who come from backgrounds of some very traditional religions, they believe that doing good things will give them good things, or doing bad things will give them bad things, or something. But we live truly in the world of assumptions. So if they assume that doing good things is gonna good, the only reason they would get that is they assume that the only way to get good things is by doing good things, and so by doing good things, their assumptions finally play out in their life and it becomes true. But what if you really just simply had the assumption that I am already rich, or I already have good things? You don't need to take this detour that a lot of people take, especially in a lot of religious figures, or in traditional households, or in traditional cultures, A lot of people believe in these things, and these people who are super narcissistic, self-centered, super successful, they don't seem to have any beliefs. Some of them are openly atheist, or some of them are agnostic, or some of them are Christian or Buddhist or Islamic, whatever, but they just have they don't really when you look at them, you will look at them and like, this person is not religious at all. they don't look religious at all. Okay, they might go to the temple or to the church once in a while, but they don't look religious at all, and they still manifest, because we live in the world of assumption. The law of assumption is what dictates a reality, and by doing all these things, they get what they want. So I really want you to understand the fundamentals of manifesting. I will post the link in the description below. You can check it out again. In 10 minutes, I explain all the fundamentals of Neville Goddard and manifesting. If you haven't watched that video, go and watch it a couple of times. Really take notes and understand why narcissistic people get what they want, because of their assumptions, because of the way they imagine, and the way they do not react or care about negative things coming in their life. If you really like this video, give it a thumbs up so it can reach more people, and subscribe to this channel if you want to watch more of this great content. And I will see you in the next video. Until then, I wish you great success on your manifesting journey.